Hi, this is Ken Boyd with St. Louis Test Preparation. I'm at the website Accounting Accidentally. And what I'd like to talk about is a blog post I wrote called Get Rid of Uncertainty About Social Security Once and for All. And what spurred me to write this was that USA Today reported on the annual report that the trust fund officers are required to make for both Social Security and Medicare. I'm going to skip Social Security Disability, or SSDI. I'm going to skip down to the information on the two broader programs, which are Social Security and Medicare. And I'll start with the summary in my blog here. I make the point that the financials supporting Social Security aren't improving. There's some tough decisions that have to be made both personally in our own personal finances to address this. Now, we're making tough decisions on something that's still an unknown, but in my opinion, we've all got to do something, is my point. So, the 2015 report. First of all, Social Security. Funded by payroll deductions, the worker pays 6.2% approximately, the employer pays a match. Social Security's purpose is to pay a retirement benefit to workers and their dependents and also to survivors of deceased workers. According to the report, nearly 60 million people receive Social Security benefits. That's about 20% of the entire population of the US, assuming we've got 330 million odd people. So that's what Social Security is for. Medicare, on the other hand, covers hospitalization, outpatient care, and prescription drugs. About 55 million retirees and also disabled people get Medicare benefits. And here's what's so concerning. Medicare and Social Security account for 40% of all federal spending. And as the baby boomers, and I was born in '62, I'm at the tail end of the baby boomers. As that big population of people age, the demand for benefits will increase sharply. You have more and more people moving into the age range that uses Medicare and Social Security. So here's the result. Social Security has enough money to pay full benefits till 2035, another 20 years. And after that, they'll be able to only pay 75% at current rates, current assumptions. Medicare, on the other hand, has full benefits through 2030, 15 years out. It will not be able to pay full benefits after 2030. So, what's the impact to us in terms of personal finances? Well, it's simple math. The government must either cut benefits, raise taxes, or both. So the question is, and what I said at the beginning, what action do I take now to protect myself from this big unknown that I know is coming down the road? It's not a perfect solution, but it's the beginning of a solution. My first one is, let's assume that Social Security income will be lower. And I make the point here that if you click on this link, Social Security provides a benefit calculator based on your age, how long you've worked, things like that. So my first point is, let's assume that the benefits will be lower than that benefit calculator currently shows you. And I mentioned that now politicians are loath to change the benefits for people approaching retirement. They'll be accused of violating the contract they've created with people who made those contributions for years, and they are. But there's a way around politicians being accused of breaking the promise, and that is to means test the benefits, meaning that people who have more income or more assets are going to have their benefits cut because they have the means to pay for retirement outside of Social Security. So it's very likely that if you are an upper income person or you do have a lot of assets or both, you're, because of means testing, going to have your projected Social Security payments cut. The other way Congress can make up for this problem is to raise taxes on Social Security benefits, particularly on those recipients who work past age 65. My dad's 83 and is still working, so when he files a tax return, he's likely paying taxes on Social Security benefits. So to make the math really easy, this is just a flat out guess. If the benefit calculator says you're going to make $2,000 a month, let's assume it's going to be 25% lower and it's only $1,500. My reason for going through all this is that when you plan for retirement, you're going to add up the income you'll earn from investments and pension and other sources. And my point is that when you throw Social Security income into your retirement income planning, you have to assume the Social Security piece will be lower because the program's not being properly funded. So that's Social Security. Let's talk about Medicare coverage. For the same reasons, no politician wants to cut Medicare benefits, but they can means test the benefit. Those with more assets and income get less of a benefit, and they can raise the premium payments because Medicare at its core is an insurance program, and you can certainly raise the premium payments that people pay. Just as I had with Social Security, you can click on this link and get to the Medicare benefits, see how those work. So, because it's not being properly funded, in my view, I think you have to assume that you're going to pay higher premiums and that your out-of-pocket expenses for Medicare will be higher. I don't know how much, let's say 25% higher. So the way to combat that, to address this, is you may need to carry supplemental insurance coverage. My dad, who's 83, has Medicare, a Medicare supplemental, and he also has insurance through work because he's still working. Let's assume that your medical care is going to be 25% more expensive. So when you do your household budget and you're thinking about retiring, you have to take that medical piece of your monthly expenses and make it 25% higher in your retirement budget. Now, someone reading this blog may say, well, I'm not sure, why are we even talking about this if the financial impact's unknown? And I try to make the point that the mathematics of the funding issue will force the government to take some action. And when they take action, it's going to have an impact on us and our personal finances, and that we need to take some sort of action now to reduce the impact later, taking action even in uncertainty. So those are my points about Medicare and Social Security. If you go to the link right here, you will get the U.S. News and World Report story that I use as a reference, and you'll also see links to both Medicare and Social Security sites that can give you a little more. So that's as far as we'll get on this blog post. Remember that over here to the left, you'll see information about me, all the YouTube video links, and things that I do to work with people, which essentially break down to creating video content, writing the blogs, articles, web pages, and the webinars that I do too. And finally, I'm very proud of accountinged.com, which is an online training academy that you can try for free for a 3-day trial. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.